Come on. Okay. Hey, you guys. Welcome back to the Woo Woo Room. I wanted to come on and just give you guys like a channeled message real quick because I saw something on Instagram that was this girl. She was like doing a video to celebrate the new year, and the dude that she was with was like, oh, don't be trying to hide the dude that you with. Like, put me in the camera. Let these motherfuckers know, like, you with your new nigga now, blah, 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 blah. And so I reposted that, and I was like, modern male asks woman to be in relationship, right? Because this is something I've noticed that people do. I don't even want to just limit this to gender, because even though I typically see this behavior from males in masks, like masculine folks, I don't believe that this is limited to gender or gender expression, because people across the people across the world and across the board play games, right? I got some messages about that I wanted to share, because this is not the time to be letting people play in your face and play with you and be, indirect. Unless you have an adult conversation with whoever you're seeing. What is AE lock? I don't know what that means. My phone is saying AE lock. I don't know what that means. Unless you have an adult conversation in which this person directly comes to you and says, hey, or you go to that person and directly say, hey, I'm really feeling you. I think that we make a good couple, and I would like to, explore the potential of, or I would like to not even explore the potential, but I would like to be in a relationship with you now. I would like to be mutually exclusive in a relationship with you. Unless you hear those words come out of that person's mouth, or unless you go and say that to someone, you are not in a relationship with that person. A lot of people will, start doing extra freaky shit that, you would assume that you would only do to someone that you are, not one-off in. It's not like a situationship or whatever. Because in a situationship, you can still see other people and do your thing. In a relationship, obviously, a traditional monogamous relationship, you are committed to that person. So there are certain things that you will do and certain energies that you will give, in that setting versus the setting where you're still exploring your options, right? So unless you have an actual conversation with whoever you're seeing about becoming mutually exclusive, and you guys both agree and are on one accord with moving forward with commitment and mutual exclusivity, then you are not that person's partner. Okay, we can be delulu when it comes to, our dreams and thinking big for ourselves. But when it comes to relationships with other people, let's not. Okay. Some of us, I don't want to say some of y'all, because I feel like that sounds a little judgmental, but I'm purposely and intentionally not dating because the Most High and my ancestors have me in a season of isolation. So I am going to say it that way. Some of y'all are in an extended series of small and or large transactions that y'all are calling a relationship. Some of y'all are energy vamping off of each other. Like, you guys are feeding each other. Like, some of y'all are someone's narcissistic supply. Some of y'all are in this like energy sucking like you guys are feeding off of the other. Like, you're getting your need for validation met while through the person you're in a relationship with, and the person that you're in a relationship, their ego is being fed by you needing validation from them. Their shadow is being fed by you needing validation for them. Some of y'all are exchanging or in a series of small and large transactions under the guise of being in a relationship with someone, thinking that just because a man pays your bills and calls you his girlfriend or even his wife, that is a healthy relationship. Or even a relationship at all. Is it really a relationship, or is it just a series of small and large transactions? Energetic or physical. Some of y'all are paying with your integrity, right? Look at, we have a perfect example, Young Miami and Diddy. This man was giving her an allowance of racks, not even just bands, but racks. Like, what was she clearing? Like maybe $500,000 every quarter or something like that. I don't know the exact numbers. I don't really care. But the point I'm making is that some of y'all are not in relationships. Y'all are in a series of small and large transactions, calling that a relationship. And I'm gonna tell you this, in the age of Aquarius, like, I've been getting these downloads since the summer of 23, summer of last year. In a relationship, they don't exist to feed, fuck, and finance you. To enable you to continue to move about in relationships the way that you had to navigate your childhood and go about, and you had to, fawn and overread into the very slight tone changes and the emotions of others, and figure out what tone to use to speak to them to get what you needed as a child. That's not what the divine and the Most High, the ancestors, that's not what they have for us this year as far as relationships are concerned, okay? They want us to do a lot of deprogramming and unlearning, these doctrines and unfollowing of these high value man and high value woman podcasts. Let me tell you something right the fuck now, okay? That language is unhealthy, okay? Because first of all, everyone is of high value. What we need to understand is that not everyone is aware of that. And so you see the people that they call high value men, they understand their worth and their skills and their abilities to a certain degree. But then you get with these so-called high value men and you're dealing with the inflated issues that you would deal with a broke nigga. You're dealing with them to a higher degree because now this man has money and he thinks that because he has money that he should be able to be unfaithful to you. If you're ethically non-monogamous, that's one thing. But if you are entering into a committed, exclusive situation with someone regardless of gender, and then you turn around and disrespect the commitment that you made, that's a problem, right? Also, so don't let nobody do the whole manipulate you, or just, I'm calling myself your nigga and your dude or your girl or your partner, and you're in your video, or I'm popping into your live and saying, hey, this is her dude. Like, you didn't have that conversation with me. You don't get to just decide that. That's a choice that I get to make too, if I even want you to be my fucking partner. Okay? So we're not doing that. Unless somebody directly comes to you and says, I'm really or anything along the lines of, I'm ready to be in a relationship with you. I want to take this next step with you. Do you want to take this next step with me? All right. Now we're in an exclusive relationship with each other. Ain't no just assuming, ain't no just popping into my video, and doing the whole, oh, we're not no case in it anymore. We're not doing that. Be direct, be an adult, put yourself out there. That's what relationships are truly about. They're about being vulnerable. They're about being open to, you know, the possible rejection of somebody saying no to that. Like, you know, so don't let nobody try to just like, you know, like ski their way into a relationship with you. Like, don't let nobody just try to slide in through the crack. Motherfucker, address me. The fuck? Ask me to be your lady. Like, and if you have to say that to somebody, if you have to say certain things to somebody, then you shouldn't be fucking with them anyway. Let's talk about the perpetual girlfriend, okay? This is a woman who has been with someone for an extended period of time and who wants to marry, but the man is not proposing, okay? If we have to ask for certain things that are commonplace and that is just a very logical, common sense next step, no, okay? If you have to ask a man to marry you, then what is the point? At least that's to me. I don't even know if I really want to go down this rabbit hole, because I am in a place of isolation again, and I don't want to be projecting a spirit of bitterness and the misandry on here. But what else did I want to say? We talked about the transactional thing. We talked about the little no face, no case situation where someone tries to pop up in your live or in your story and say, oh, I'm your dude now. Like, no, we're having conversations. If he wanted to, okay, yeah, I guess if he wanted to, he would. If they wanted to, they would. Okay? So I think I'm going to cut that there, because I don't want this video to become all about, you know, I hate dudes and I hate men and this and that, because I'm still working through a lot myself personally. But I would definitely, I feel confident and, you know, assured in my point enough about the mature conversation that needs to be had before you enter into a relationship with someone. It ain't no just, oh, we've been fucking around and now you want to take pictures together and post me on your story without telling me anything. Like that. That's also how people breadcrumb you. That's also how people breadcrumb you. Okay? And then a lot of times, like, if you're operating from a certain place, like if you don't consciously believe and know that you are whole by yourself and you're trying to date, you end up dating a lot of people that are just your energetic supply, right? That energy vamping thing that I was talking about, like you're sucking off their energy for validation and they're sucking off your energy, you know, and siphoning your energy for their ego, because you need to be validated by them in order to feel whole and safe. Okay? So don't play with it. Don't play with it. And don't let nobody play in your face. You hear me? Don't let nobody play in your face. I love you.